Hello, friends, and welcome to the second part of my series on Midjourney for absolute beginners. So, in the first episode, we looked at how you can open a Midjourney account and how you can open Discord and start creating your AI images. Today, we're going to generate more images and we're going to learn what kind of structure is best used for creating different types of images. And along the way, we're going to learn some tips and tricks on how to properly use the Midjourney bot on the Discord server. So let's go and let's start creating our images. Now the first thing that I want to talk about is what kind of prompt structure is best for creating images in Midjourney. So I have a formula which I want to share with you, and the idea is that whenever you want to create any image, it's always a good idea to start with the subject. What kind of subject do you want to see in the images? Do you want to see a man or a woman or an animal? Or what kind of sceneries do you want to see in the images? Do you want to see the ocean or a jungle or a mountain? So always specify the subject first and then go on to write description of your subject. If it's a woman, then what kind of a woman? Is it a red-haired woman? Is it a Caucasian woman or is it an African woman? Is she a queen or is she a child? Or if it's an animal, what kind of animal? Is there anything on the animal? Is the animal wearing something, etc., etc., etc.? And then you type in what is the setting for that subject. Is that subject in some kind of place? If it's a woman, is she in a beach? Or perhaps she's in a jungle, or perhaps she's in a party. So you need to specify the surroundings and then add some props. For example, is she wearing glasses? Is she wearing hat, etc., etc.? And finally, you add some qualifiers that gives a specific look to your image. For example, if I wanted to create a realistic photo, then I might want to add what kind of camera that I'm using to take this picture, or if the picture was taken in a specific setting. For example, if the picture was an 80s picture, or if the photo is a large format photo, for example. So these things give your image a certain depth, a certain look. So we will keep this kind of structure in our mind when we craft our first prompt. So let's go to Midjourney. So I'm already prepared and I'm inside one of these rooms, and now I'm going to write a prompt. So I want to write a prompt about a girl, because I've been talking about a girl and what she's wearing and what kind of setting she's in. So let's take that idea. Now I have already actually created a prompt. I have already crafted a prompt, and I'm just going to copy paste that prompt for you. So I'm saying that I want to see a picture of a head to toe portrait of a, so my prompt is this: a head to toe portrait of a pretty young American woman. So I want to see an American woman and I want to see all of her body. I want to see her from head to toe. So I just don't want to see a certain part of her body, but I want to see her standing. I want to see from her head to her feet. And then I'm specifying a setting in front of a beautiful sunny beach. So this is me specifying which settings I want to see her in. And then I'm giving emphasis on the fact that I want to see her entire body, so I'm writing full body shot. And then I'm adding the qualifiers as I mentioned, like it's a medium format photograph, then it's a Kodak image, and I want it to be photorealistic, and I've added a few more. Okay, in fact, what I have done is I have added all of these terms that I feel are going to make Midjourney create a realistic photograph. In fact, what I have done is I have given Midjourney all of the possible kinds of prompt phrases that I think is going to make Midjourney create a realistic photo. Because most of the time, Midjourney is creating images that looks kind of like cartoony, kind of like artwork. But I want a very realistic photo, which is why I have added all of these terms. I have added Kodak image, I have added Kodak portrait, I have added volumetric lighting, hyper detailed photograph, lifelike quality, etc., etc., etc. So I have added these things so that I definitely get a photograph like image. Now I want to add something to this. I want to say dash dash AR space 2 is to 3. So what is this? So this is an additional qualifier which is usually added at the end of any prompt to give certain physical attributes to the image that will be generated. So over here dash dash AR means aspect ratio, and I want the aspect ratio to be 2 is to 3, which means that its width is going to be 2 and its height is going to be 3. Now as you know, Midjourney likes to create images in 1:1, which is a square format. But because I want a head to toe portrait, So I have decided that I want to have a portrait style of picture, which means that the height of the image has to be greater than the width of the image, which is why I have set the aspect ratio to be horizontally 2 and vertically 3. And now let's create this image. Now, as you will remember, whenever you type something in, whenever you give a prompt in this kind of groups, Midjourney, since it's getting a lot of comments from a lot of people, it tends to your prompts tends to get lost in the myriads and the thousands of prompts that are actually created by Midjourney. So I'll show you a nice trick on how you can actually separate your prompt from the rest of the bunch. But for now, I have added the comment, I've given the comment, and now I'm constantly going to scroll down so that I don't miss the generation. It's going to be somewhere there, and of course, it's going to give me some. There you go. Is it? No, that's not mine. So let's see. I'm going to scroll, and while scrolling, I'm looking at what other people have created. And if I like something, then I'll probably save it, or I'll probably copy paste it so that I know, so that I can do something on this kind of image. This is me. I know this is me because it has this shaded area. So this is the trick that you want to do: is as soon as you get your image, go here, add a reaction, and the reaction should be this one. You can get this reaction by typing colon envelope colon, or you just type en, and this will come and you send it to Midjourney. And when you do that, what Midjourney will do is it will give you a private message where each of these images will be separate and large. We'll look into that, but first let's blow up this one. So as you can see, it gave me a tall aspect ratio, but it did not give me a head to toe, which is okay because I think that we used a lot of phrases. And what happens is that if you give so many prompt words, that Midjourney doesn't always follow everything. It follows certain keywords. But we got what we wanted. We wanted a picture or image which looks very much like a photograph, which looks like as if it was taken using a photographic camera, and we got that. And it's very realistic, and it's a woman. It's a woman who looks very American because I wanted to marry a young American woman, and she is in front of a beautiful sunny beach. And well, we sort of have a full body, except we didn't have head to toe, which is fine. And it's a very realistic and it's a very detailed photo, and I love the generation. And I think that the objective that we set out to do, what we wanted to get out of Midjourney has provided that to me. Now back onto the trick that I've told you. If you type this in, if you go to add reaction and give this reaction, Midjourney will send you a private message, and in this message you will see that each of these photos are sent to you separately. And if you open it in a browser, you will get a much higher resolution image than you got from the prompt result in the Discord room. If I look at this, if I copy this image and open it in Photoshop, so you can see that the image dimension is 512 by 768. But if you copy it from here, for example, if you went to the room and copied it from there, if you copied it from here, we would have seen that the resolution is only 420 by 630. So remember that whenever you create any image in Midjourney, always ask the Midjourney bot to send the images back to you in the private message. That way each of the images will be separate and each of them will be of much higher resolution. Now let's go and create another type of image in Midjourney. Okay guys, so let's go and let's create another type of image in Midjourney, and this time we're going to create a landscape like image, and I want it to have a very distinct anime look. So once again, imagine, I have and I have a prompt ready. Let's type it. Okay friends, so our image is ready, so let's quickly send it to us via our direct message, and it has been sent to us. First, just let's look at the prompt. The prompt was beautiful cel shaded anime landscape painting, ancient Japanese landscape in the style of Studio Ghibli. I made a spelling mistake though. Mountain in the background, river in the background, Japanese a wooden Japanese house. So I think these images are more or less what I expected based on what prompt I gave. It has a cell shaded look. It has a very painterly kind of look. It does look like an ancient Japanese landscape and has this Studio Ghibli style as well. And there is a mountain in the background. There is a river in the foreground, and there is a wooden Japanese house. So I think all four of those images qualify completely with the prompt that I gave. They all have they all look amazing, they all look great, and they have all of the elements that I have requested. So once again, when it comes to doing landscape or anything for that matter, the more descriptions that you add and the more you layer them up. For example, in my case, I asked it to create mountains in the background and rivers in the foreground, and I also asked it to have a wooden Japanese house, and also I said it has to be cel shaded in the style of Studio Ghibli. So Midjourney actually fulfilled all of those conditions and created these four beautiful images. All of them look great. So let's try another different types of images, and this time we will use even less words and see what kind of images we get only by using a few words. I wanted a short, wide robot with 2 feet. I wanted a mech basically. It has it has to have sharp features and blocky kind of design, blocky style design, and it has to look like a Titanfall mech. So let's go and let's see what kind of mechs it creates for us. So friends, we have our mech. Again, let's quickly ask the bot to send it to us via direct message. By the way, you can actually use this technique of sending direct messages with any of the prompts for anyone. For example, let's ask it to send me a DM of all the variations from here. So I can go in here. It's a prompt by someone else. I don't even know. And I can just ask it to send it to me. And then the Midjourney bot will actually send this one to me as well. So here is my make robot, and here is the image that was created by someone else. So it has the job ID and it has the prompt as well. So I'm very happy because I would want to work on some cards in future. But let's go on to my own make now. So again, I wanted a make with 2 foot or 2 feet rather. It's my mistake, and I wanted it to have sharp features, very industrial design, very much like a Titanfall. So it gave me four images, and I think that it fulfilled all of these requirements, and they look very blocky with very sharp features. So I'm really happy. So even with very few words, Midjourney can produce great results. And now let's create a very anime style image. So let's try an anime style image. But this time, let's see if we can do that inside the direct messages. So I wanted to create, and the Midjourney bot will actually accept prompts in direct message, which means that you don't actually have to browse through hundreds and hundreds of images in the various rooms that you have. You can have a one-on-one with the Midjourney bot, and you don't have to keep browsing hundreds of images to find out where your image is. It will be right there in your own inbox, and it becomes easier to search. Once again, since I want to take a look at it um, as a separate image, as separate individual image, I can still, I think, do that from here. So I can add a reaction of envelope, and this image will be separated into four higher resolution images. So it's a very simple, I think, a very simple prompt. I wanted to see an anime style image of the Powerpuff Girls, something that you can use in your anime forums or somewhere. So again, with this particular prompt, we learned that you don't always have to join one of those rooms. You can actually interact with the Midjourney bot inside a direct message, and it makes it easier to sort of track the images. So finally, we're going to do a different kind of prompt, and this prompt crafting is for those people who wants to use Midjourney images for professional work. We're going to create a mock-up of a website. So how we can do that? So we'll do that by typing. We have this prompt: a website landing page about kebab and Mughal food restaurant. Okay, I don't want tech. I don't want it to be techy, or it can be techy. So there'll be products on the landing page. there'll be some kind of self-service, and it's about family life or food life, and I want it to create a user interface or a user experience website. So all that put in, let's go and let's press enter. Okay, so our website mockup is ready. So let's ask the bot to create 4 different images. So as you can see, it created that mockup. It created sort of that website landing page. Now these are not ready to be used directly, but you can get ideas from it, and you can take some nice pictures, and you can arrange your photo and the other elements together and come up with a very realistic looking, very nice looking mock-up for your clients. So you can definitely use Midjourney for professional work. So Midjourney is not just a tool for creating beautiful artwork, but it can be a great aid for people doing professional work as well. It can create great website designs or mockups or landing page designs, and it can do many other types of designs, which I can show you in the future episodes of this series. So I hope you liked what I have shown you today. I hope you learned a few new tips and tricks as well. So in the next part, which will be part 3 of this series, I'm going to look at more features of Midjourney and how you can use a different type of prompt crafting tool to create more powerful images, and images which are closer to what you have imagined. So if you like my video, please subscribe my channel. I will be coming up with more Midjourney videos, and also I'll be doing more videos on stable diffusion and different other AI image generation softwares that exists. So hope to see you again in another video in the next video. Till then, goodbye.